for the gentleman from New York says, I had shoulder surgery about a year ago to fix a torn ligament and replace it. The shoulder took almost 4 weeks to get to be used again. My pain is still there. They want me to go see another surgeon. Now so the first surgeon didn't do it. So he doesn't want to do it again, so he's sending him to another surgeon. Okay?
Well, the first surgeon's a little guilty.
Yeah. He said, I might need another surgeon to fix the problem.
What does that tell you? They don't understand how to treat these things. All they know how to do is operate them, which makes more problems. Every time you get operated, remember, you got scar tissue to deal with.
Yes. Okay.
Now, when they tell you have a tear, it is not actually a rip like you could imagine.
Right.
It's not like that. It's a sprain. It's where the ligament pulls out of the bone. That causes pain.
Wow.
But it's a sprain. It's not a rip. It's not a tear. I mean, the whole thing is overread.
Oh, I
agree. The radiologists with the MRI read that. So I don't know if.
So the MRI doesn't show the scar tissue.
Doesn't show anything. They're interpreting all that.
889.
Now,
Let me get the
what
number.
you have in the shoulder, is redundancy of tissue. Okay. Mm-hmm. So in order for you to do this, that tissue has to be there for that capacity. When you go under, that's another way. We call that redundancy of tissue. So it's just there, and in a fold or something, so that when you need it, it stretches out and there's your normal motion. Well, if they don't see that line, they call that a rip or a tear. But I don't think an MRI should be done for a shoulder or a knee. It's just too simple.
So let me ask you a question. Why would a doctor who operated on this person suggest him to go? Doesn't that show a failure in his practice to not be able to cure the person and not take the responsibility and then send him to another doctor?
I think you're right.
Yeah. I think that's kind of weird.
They should be sending them to the musculoskeletal doctor.
That's why we do all these shows, so people could understand.
Yeah. Everything we talk about is for your information, so you make a right decision.
And anyone who has a child that has scoliosis, you could go to.
Oh, scoliosis. We're the only ones who know how to treat that.
So in other words, you don't put a cage on them.
No, God, no. No surgery, no nothing. You don't need it.
So someone
that mobilization, not restriction. So once you have a surgery, you're restricted on your motion. Now you have scar tissue, you have pain the rest of your life. I've seen people that had very young have the rods in, and they're coming in to see me at 50, 60 years old.
No, I know, I see them.
And they have pain, and I have to deal with it, and I do. But.
Hi, I'm Leah. 3 years ago, I came to Dr. Anthony Pannozzo with ankle pain. I had been to other doctors. Dr. Pannozzo gave me a thorough examination, and he had me walk up and down the hallway, and he told me my pain was actually coming from my back. He gave me a treatment, I received 2 shots in my back, and I left here feeling better than I had felt in a few years. I don't know what it is, but call 561-381-5800 today and see the man that can take the pain out of your life.
And anybody, just to let you know, anyone that has any skepticism about the doctor saying, you've got 2 choices. You could come down and visit the doctor, and you don't even have to talk to him. You can sit there and talk to patients, and they'll tell you. You go sit in his office and watch videos of actual people actually taking his service and seeing their reaction. We did something a little different. We did a reality show that has no actors. They're just real people coming in with a real problem. But you know what? If you look at it, you're going to say to yourself, wow, why suffer? I mean, to me, pain is a bitch.
Everything is a reasoning process, and on that show, we do the whole thing for you. We take the history, do the examination, do the treatment, and then they have an opinion on the 27 steps.
Yeah.
And they're not told what to say.
We have no script.
So these are patients, not unscripted, and so you can believe it. So you should look at it.
As you see the show, you'll know it's not scripted.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of amateurish. I mean,
no, I wouldn't say it's amateur. It's real.
I mean, it doesn't have the Hollywood things that other shows have.
Well, if you want the Hollywood thing that other shows have,
I don't want it. No, I want it to be exactly the way it is.
This is more of a learning type show. I think Doc has more important things to do than do what we do, but I guess you feel an obligation to help people. And if you listen to our show, we have no sponsors.
We have no sponsors except me, and we don't keep people treated very long. It's 1 or 2 days, and that's it. Even the worst shoulder you can get comes out in 1 or 2 days.
And this vertigo and this ringing in the ear, my gosh.
Vertigo, ringing 1 day, could be 2, and lower back pain is 1 day.
Migraines and vertigo is 1 day.
1 day or 2. Yeah.
I have seen more mothers cry after leaving your office. I seen the one kid that came in who walked in with the migraine, and his mother said he's always has a migraine. There's not a day he doesn't have one.
26 years.
Very nice. You remember that guy. Very good. Yeah. 26 years he had it. I think he came back another time. You gave something for TMJ.
Yeah, second visit.
Yeah. So all you people that have TMJ, you want to wear that mouthpiece. I don't know how you can wear a mouthpiece while you're sleeping.
Do not spend that kind of money on a mouthpiece.
Those are expensive.
It's contraindicated. You don't want to do that.
No.
Contraindication means not to be done. The indications are not for that. So that if you wear that, your mouth is going to be open as you sleep, and that's how you get scar tissue in the joint, right here. So you never want to do that.
Because he wore that, it never helped him.
No, the idea in my office is mobility. We want to mobilize you, because that's how a pain is produced. What? Inability to stretch is a pain. So that doesn't tell you where, but it tells you there is a pain. And then, so we don't want to do that.
How about the Marine?
The Marine.
You got that guy, the Marine that came in. That is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
he got messed up by the
physicians,
surgeons.
yeah.
From the Marine base that he was in. Actually, they sent him out to the hospitals around that. But the whole thing was, we had to undo the whole thing. And he's been in 3 times now. And he's still in the Marines. And he's going to retire, though, on a pension, I think.
Yeah, because he was in pain. But, I mean, it's
not anymore. He's doing great. Oh, my God.
So, wouldn't it be smart for orthopedic surgeons work hand in hand with you that after
they won't, because they lose control of the patient.
I think we have our buddy. He's coming. Did he come back to you again, my buddy Jim?
He has been in for a while.
Oh, he told me he was coming to see you.
No, he probably.
Yeah. Here's a guy that had 2 surgeries on his knee, and my gosh, that poor guy. He's doing all the things that he normally did after seeing you. I mean, so any kind of surgery produces scar tissue.
Yeah, well, I think that the surgeons ought to be a little more selective on what they operate.
Okay, let's go. I'm sorry about you. Got to fix that. Okay, here's a gentleman had a surgery done a year ago to fix a torn ligament. He said now has a problem. He can't lift his arm above his head, and it feels worse than it did before he had the surgery.
Yeah. Well, you already have what I think about torn ligaments.
Yeah. Want to say it again?
There is no such thing.
Okay. Let's see. We got one. Here's what the.
Now look, I want you people listening to this to understand. I have to be positive on the things I say, and I'm usually 99.9% right. So when I tell you there's no tear, it's a bad sprain. I think I'm mostly right there.
Well, I've been coming.
Because how would you get a tear anyway?
I don't know.
There is no way you can get it. Your body is not going to tolerate that.
Now there's a new thing now. They're giving.
Remember, you're getting that from an MRI. But
Right.
those who do the MRI do not examine you first.
That's true.
You just walk in there, they do it, and you're out. So it's not a good system. As a matter of fact, it should not be done. And if you're subject to that means you're going to get operated. Don't do it. Don't have it done. See us first.